town like the pox. 'Twas a good thing that you were here. Here we are. Do you see the trapdoor over there? It leads into the cellar. Practical and discreet. I've used it many a time coming home from the tavern.
And not a guard in sight. Perfect. I'll take it over from here.
Once you're down there, climb to the ground floor. Careful, the cellar is somewhat badly lit. Lambert hid his papers in his quarters. In a small recess behind an old shield. The woman's letter should be there. As for the other, well now, I don't know what to tell you. Check all the rooms. It must be somewhere.
I'll find it. Not to worry.
May the seven be with you, Lord.
No, this door opens onto the square. Not exactly a discreet exit. Our manse was ransacked. The City Watch really had a field day. I see. It would appear that my little brother developed an infatuation for one of Shataya's whores. I must pay her a visit. This Falina might know where to find Gawain.
Unbelievable. We have guards at every entry point, but there's always a rat who manages to crawl in. Come on, men. There's vermin to get rid of here.
Now here's a visitor who brings back pleasant memories. Is that really you, Sir Alistair?
It has been a long time, Shataya.
It has been years since you honored us with your presence.
It's been so long. I thought you'd lost interest in houses of pleasure.
You weren't wrong about that. My eyes have been opened to the light of Relor, and I took up the red robes of priesthood.
The gods gave us voices with which to sing their praises, hands to build their temples, and desire to honor them through our lovemaking.
You haven't changed, Shataya, but I have.
Excellent. If there's anything I can do to lighten your worries, it would be my pleasure. Just ask.
I'm looking for a certain Falena. Is she one of the girls in this house?
Falena is one of my most enchanting girls, and she is well educated. She will be just impertinent enough to please you, my dear.
I'm surprised that you know her.
I learned that she was, rather close to my brother.
Of course. I should have known. Gawain very much enjoyed Falena's attentions. Would you care to spend some time in her pleasant company?
It would be a pleasure.
Do go upstairs. Her room is at the end of the corridor on the left. She has been rather sad as of late. Perhaps you will succeed in comforting her.
I'll see what I can do.
Damn it, I've lost again.
Many pardons, my lord, but are you not Sir Alistair Sarwick? I heard tell that you had returned to the Seven Kingdoms.
Indeed. You appear to know much about me. To whom do I have the honor of speaking?
I realize that my impromptu intervention might have startled you, my lord, but pray, do not take umbrage. The return of a war hero could not help but attract my attention, particularly when his return proves to be so ostentatious.
I won no honors in the war, just scars. But you have yet to introduce yourself.
Your modesty does you honor, my lord. You forged quite a name for yourself fighting for King Robert in his rebellion. Excuse my rudeness. I've not yet told you my name. I am Lord Varys, and I hope you will count me as a friend. We never crossed paths 15 years ago, but perhaps you have heard of me?
Lord Varys. Oh yes, I know you. You were Master of Whisperers to old King Aerys Targaryen. I did not recognize you, disguised as you are. I remember a more elegant man of the court.
Well, I am delighted to hear that. Let us simply say that I sometimes prefer to go unnoticed.
You haven't changed. Already in the time of Aerys, it was said that you had eyes in every court in Westeros, and that you knew everything about everyone. We rebels called you the Spider. Some of our lords were wary of you. You made some enemies along the way.
Alas, the people of the Seven Kingdoms have little affection for eunuchs. All of those noble knights and grand lords are loath to risk their reputations with informers and spies. But in the Game of Thrones, information is power. Those who most despise us are often the first to benefit from our whispers.
Please pardon my curiosity, Lord Varys, but I find it surprising to see a person of your ilk frequenting houses of ill repute.
Well, there are 1,000 little nothings to be learned in this sort of establishment. Whores make men talkative, you understand. And since King Robert was kind enough to keep me in my position, I have much to do here.
It would really surprise me if our meeting were purely chance.
Indeed, but my intentions are good. I wanted to discuss the Baratheon rebellion.
The war is an unpleasant memory best left in the past, Lord Varys. I have changed since then, and I have become a Red Priest. I do not think it wise to awaken old ghosts.
Why such bitterness, my friend? You fought valiantly, and, more importantly, you were on the winning side. You could have brought renown, fortune, and glory to your house, if you had so wished. And yet, when the time came to reap the benefits of your efforts, you turned away and left Westeros. I admit that I do not understand why.
The rebellion was not nearly as noble as it is portrayed in the tales and songs. You yourself know that. It is one thing to face an armed enemy. It is quite another to attack those who are already vanquished. Let us say that the last orders that I received left a bad taste in my mouth. I preferred to go. I did not want glory won in that manner.
It was a courageous decision, sir. It is often easy to forget that it is our choice whether or not to obey. Perhaps it would interest you to learn that your old squire, Valar, did not spurn the honors as you did. Lord Tywin Lannister covered him in gold and knighted him to reward him for his exploits and his unfailing loyalty.
For his unspeakable brutality, you mean to say? I had the opportunity to behold his work again in the square. Such a wild beast should not be left to roam free, much less granted a command. It is an invitation to disaster.
Have a care, my friend. Sir Valar has become an important member of the court. He is a faithful supporter of Queen Cersei's, and he could cause you great harm if you were to make him an enemy. I strongly recommend that you avoid making such remarks in public.
Valar is not only my old squire, he is also my half-brother. He may very well be as poisonous as an asp, but he cannot silence me. Not today, not ever.
I hope for your sake that you know what you're doing, my friend. Now, I'm afraid that I must beg your leave. Please excuse me. I'm afraid that my little birds are always chirping and demanding my attention. Make the most of your stay with Chattia. I hope to see you again soon.
You are Felena, if I'm not mistaken. Chattia said that I might find you here.
You are not mistaken, my lord. How might I please you?
A one-on-one will be enough to satisfy me. Preferably far from prying ears.
My lord needs only close the door. At Chattia's, the walls are thick and the beds are deep.
Slow down. I just want to speak with you.
Oh, in that case, it will be done according to my lord's pleasure.
I am Alistair, of House Sarwick. I imagine that means something to you.
Sarwick? By the maiden, you are from Gawain's family, are you not? Did he send you? How is he? When will he return?
By R'hllor's flame. Why are you so concerned with my brother's fate?
My lord, I know the realities of my profession. Chattia treats us well, but in a few years I will be too old to draw men's eyes. And what awaits me then? Begging or walking the docks? I wish for Lord Gawain to take me into his service. Not to marry him. I'm not that naive. But he has always been attentive and charming. He will make a good master. He and I have talked about this.
I understand your worries, but all of this does not tell me where he is. You recently sent him a love letter. You seem to be aware of his movements.
Yes, my lord. Lord Gawain told me he was going to River Spring in order to visit his father. Lambert, his servant, would send me news. He told me that Lord Gawain planned to return to King's Landing shortly. So that he wouldn't forget to pay me a visit, I sent him a message.
He came here?
Yes, but my message was for naught. He came directly here soon after his arrival in town. He found out that the City Watch was looking for him. It was I who washed the dust of travel from him. He did not even go to his home first.
Well thought. Knowing that the gold cloaks were likely watching the house, coming here was a good decision.
He was very nervous. He hardly spoke to me that night. I tried to ask him questions about the patricide rumors, but they only made him angry. The last thing he said was that he would go to the Red Keep, that the Crown would hear what he had to say, and that he had more than one card to play. He left at the first light of dawn. I have had no news since, and the Gold Cloaks continue to search for him. Something must have gone wrong.
Indeed. It would appear that Gawain never returned to the Sarwick residence.
What do you plan to do, my lord? The City Watch has searched for him in vain for days. Even Lord Varys does not know his whereabouts, and Lord Varys knows all.
You spoke of Gawain with the eunuch. Why? What did he want?
He asked me questions, my lord. Nearly the same ones you did. He said he wanted to help him.
Strange. Why would the Master of Whisperers want to help a fugitive escape the King's justice?
I don't know why, but Lord Varys has always been good to us here. He has given us many reasons to be thankful for his attention. As far as he knows, the City Watch never caught Lord Gawain. The Gold Cloaks have nothing to do with his disappearance.
Yes, I thought so. They came to search the Sarwick residence and are still looking for him. I will go to the Red Keep and see if I can find out more about him.
Wait. This cloak belongs to Lord Gawain. He forgot it. Take it, please.
By the fire! That's Sarwick Giltwaters. I remember seeing Father wear it on many a special occasion. Indeed, a cloak is more appropriate for a royal interview. I wasn't expecting to find it in this place.
Lord Gawain wore it when he would come to visit. Since he was a wanted man, he feared it would attract too much attention, so he preferred leaving it here. I am sure he would be happy to know that the cloak is in the hands of a kinsman.
This cloak is worth a fortune. How kind of you to return it to me.
You're making me blush. Frankly, I'm uncomfortable keeping this cloak in my residence. If the Gold Cloaks were to find it, I could get into trouble. Take it, please. It's yours. I pray to the maiden to help you in your search. Find Gawain, my lord. Bring him back safe and sound.
I would need more than the help of an imaginary goddess, but I appreciate the intention, as I'm sure my brother does as well. Farewell, Felina.
Sure I don't have any cards hiding about my body.
Now there's an idea. Yes, do it.
There, that's him. You're obviously looking for trouble, Sir Alistair. In the Crown's name, you are under arrest.
What is it I stand accused of, officer?
You are accused of murder. Guards from the City Watch were killed in your home just today.
I returned home, and your men attacked me for no reason. I didn't wish to fight, but your men wouldn't hear reason.
Follow us peaceably, and we'll clear things up in the Red Keep. The King's justice concerns everyone, my lord, even people of your standing. Give yourself up.
What will become of him?
He will be stripped of his weapons and brought to the dungeons of the Red Keep. If he's found guilty, tradition allows him to choose his own punishment. He will either be sent to the wall to take the black, or be beheaded.
Now that's an amusing notion.
And if you should be foolish enough to resist, my men are just outside, and they would eagerly welcome a chance to avenge their brothers in arms. A simple gesture from me, and this brothel will be left in ruins.
Sir Alistair, I pray, none of that here. Think of my girls.
Very well, officer. I'll follow you.